Kia ora koutou ngā mihi nui kia koutou, tēnā koutou e nā iwi. Kua hui hui mai nei ki tēnei wahi, ki te kōrero, ki te whakaputa, i ngā whakaro. Ka nui te koa mō tō koutou manua nui, kua haere mai au ki te kōrero. I ngā kaupapa e pa ana ki tēnei hui. Nō re rā, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Tā lofa lava, mā loa lelei, whakalofa lahi atu, kia rana, bolavanaka, namaste, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Well, what a truly historic year 2018 has been for the union and for our sector, for all of us. But as the theme denotes, navigating together, we're not quite there yet. This year has seen some of the most historic moments in our union for decades. These moments have been built on the cooperation and unity of our members. Without the strength of its members, a union is nothing. You are the union, and these wins that we have had are yours. They're ours together. Together, we got rid of national standards, and we celebrate that win. Together, we have talked about the mess that is special education or learning support. We've described what it means to have no support staff to help us in our classrooms or our early childhood centres, where teachers are stretched to the absolute max, trying to meet the needs of every single one of our learners. And as a result, we've seen, just recently, a little bit of progress on these issues for Senkos and funding. And I think we need to claim that because it wouldn't happen without us. So can we take that as a win? Together we have worked hard to bring the issues of the gender pay gap to the fore through the work around pay equity. And as a result, we've won that first pay equity settlement in education for Ministry of Education support workers. You celebrated it last night, and there will be more to come. And maybe the next will be less than a year away. Together, we have successfully highlighted the need for our Ministry of Education learning support field staff and service managers to receive a significant pay jolt alongside the need to attract and retain people in those jobs. They are crucial for our children. Absolutely crucial for our children who have additional learning needs. Together, our membership has reached its highest level since 2011, and that's because of you. Give yourselves a huge clap. Together, we have held the first strikes in decades. Ministry of Education learning support, teachers and principals, and those support staff who were able to, who joined alongside us. We have had unprecedented, huge community action and support, a huge amount of media coverage. Across this country, we have harnessed the support of our parents and communities in a way such as I have never seen it before. We have all worked together to paint the picture of the crisis that we are seeing in education at this very moment. NZI Aotearoa has been guided by you as the members on the Kua Tai Te Wā campaign. Because again, without the strength of its members, a union is nothing. You are the union. And these wins are yours. They're ours together. Together we have galvanised our strength and we have worked relentlessly towards our goals. A truly historic year. As you look around the room, you see the photos of yourselves, your friends and your colleagues. They're focused on the work that we have taken on. You'll also see all of the opportunities we've had to build our kete of knowledge, whether it be the Mataranga Māori Symposium, the Pacifica Whānau, the National Curricula Hui, Te Kāhui Whetū, whatever it may have been, no matter what the professional arm of the union is well and truly flexing its muscle. But I would be lying to you if I painted it all as roses. It's also been a hugely frustrating year, and not to mention exhausting. As we edge closer to the changes we all know we so desperately need in our parts of education, we can see the land, but we're not quite there yet. We still have a long way to go. From the place where we're navigating through unknown waters in our waka towards the land, to the land itself where we're placing our markers, we know exactly what is in front of us. For teacher aides, support staff, early childhood teachers and staff, you wait and work through a pay equity process. Meanwhile, you continue to face poor funding, enormous workloads and staffing shortages. For support staff more generally, we move towards the collective contract negotiations and centralised funding. For early childhood, your sector faces work towards the 10-year strategic plan, and we'll be talking about that a little later this morning, collective contract rounds and a desired move towards quality public provision in early childhood education rather than the privatisation that we see currently. And for our teachers and our principals and our Ministry of Education learning support colleagues, goodness sake, what is it going to take? What are we going to do to make them listen? You are all exhausted because while you fight these issues, you are being impacted by them. The teacher shortage is real. Principals and teachers, whether they be in schools or early childhood centres, our learning support colleagues and support staff are all hunkering down. This term, while you worked through the flu season, many of you came to work sick, juggling without any relievers to take classes. That's been the reality. You've no idea how much I have looked forward to this time at annual conference, because it's the one time over the year where we all come together as representatives of our particular areas in this country, all of us as a whole education sector and as members of NZI Aotearoa to really chew down on the issues that face us in education. While I was writing this, I remembered standing here last year as we talked about navigating our way through those waters that we weren't sure about. At this time last year, we didn't know what shade of government we would have. We were full of hope that we would get a government that was committed to restoring the public in public education and that would remove national standards, charter schools, and the trappings of the germ agenda. That did happen. All those years of standing up and speaking out paid off as we saw the end of national standards, charter schools, and a return to the democratically elected Teaching Council of New Zealand. However, those things don't just happen. They happen because we have worked relentlessly over the past decade to ensure that our voice is heard. We reminded ourselves last year that no matter what shade, hue of government we had, our task would not be easy. There was a legacy of 9 years of neglect, and fixing it was not going to be cheap, and it was not going to be easy. That has not changed. Our job, we said, was to keep hold of the tiller and to not give up, to hold the government to their promises and continue to make the progress towards what would make the positive difference, the real difference for our children and their educators. There is no cavalry coming over that hill to save us. We certainly are the cavalry. The time that we are in is actually really exciting. It's unlike any other. We're involved in a vision for education in this country, the review of tomorrow's schools, which underpins the schooling system in this country, an education workforce strategy, an early learning strategic plan, and I could keep on going. So much more. Lots of potential to achieve the goals that we have as NZI Tirerua members, and a time of great hope. However, this is also a time where we've got to get this right together. Toi tu te reo, toi tu te whenua, toi tu te tuakiri. Our language, our land, our culture. Those are the elements that define our identity as NZI Tirerua. We are support staff, early childhood teachers, Ministry of Education field staff and service managers, principals and teachers. Together we make up the whānau that is NZI Tirerua. And we have grown in number over this year due to the work that you have all been doing out in the regions. Not only have we grown in number, but we've grown in activity, and also, I think, in our ability to see things from each other's different perspectives. We've supported each other through the different pieces of work that we've had in front of us. We've rallied, we've met, we've chanted, we've marched, we've planned, we've laughed, and we've probably cried. But we've done these things together. The challenge that we have, the wero, is to continue to build the momentum that we've built together over this year and take our communities and our colleagues with us. The purpose of this conference is to develop a strong, empowered and active membership led by you. Over these next days, we're going to focus in on the challenges that are facing us and how we work through these together, ensuring that our members are active and empowered, that they know that their voice does matter, and together we can achieve the goals that we've set. So here it goes, guys. The challenge for this conference is the question of working together. We are like whānau. We can disagree sometimes and we can get grumpy with each other. That's what whānau do. But ultimately we come together when we face something common. Ultimately we are one sector and each of our issues and our challenges are important. We will only win when we work together. How we can build on this year towards more strength and unity so that we arrive safely onto the land. Mā whero mā pango ka oti ai te mahi. With red and with black, the work will be complete. Nō re rā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.